Oh yeah, Talking Point platform, TTPTV. Oh yeah, Unale we pledge, we love and loyalty to we sweet, sweet mama salute. Now we all come together as one. For tomorrow, now we go make salute.
Attention, attention. Are you hungry for the latest insights on politics and good governance issues from the motherland, Sierra Leone? Look no further than Talking Points, your go-to platform for engaging discussions. Subscribe today and let your voice surge. Talking Points is where smart minds come alive. Subscribe now.
Start of giving the conduct of the elections as per law to be being the 15th of June 2020. The Commission is conducting early voting in all district elections offices. But these are the basic types of elections in Sierra Leone. We have presidential and there are 13 candidates. By law, it is a 55% threshold for any one candidate to emerge as the victor. If there are no persons with the 55%, then the law makes provision for the runoff. We also have parliamentary elections, which is conducted under the PR system in 416 electoral districts. There are 135 seats. Also have elections for chairperson and or mayor, depending on the district. We have 22 localities. We also have elections for councillors. So of the 4 types of elections being conducted, only 2 are conducted using the proportional representation system. That is the parliamentary elections and the local councillor elections. For presidential and mayoral or chairperson elections, they are not conducted using the PR system. So the PR system is only being used for parliamentary and local councillor elections. Let us go briefly through the voting steps. As I mentioned earlier, we have 4 elections. So because of that, every voter is entitled to have 4 ballots. But of these 4 ballots, they will be given to the voter 2 at a time. For step 1, the voter will have to face the voter identification officer. And in that process, after arriving at the polling center, the voter will have to join the queue and later on the respective polling station. The polling station queue controller will have to confirm that the voter belongs to that particular station. Giving first name, last name, and then he or she is allowed to enter the polling station. Step 2, voters identity is verified. PIO, who is the voter identification officer, examines voter registration or ID and or attestation as the case may be, checks the voter's finger that it is not inked, verifies the details of the voter in the register of voters, asks the voter to sign or print the register of voters besides his or her detail. Then the PIO will direct the voter to the ballot paper issuer, who is going to be responsible to give out 2 ballots. The first set of 2 ballots, that is the presidential parliamentary ballot. Under step 3, the voter collects the presidential and parliamentary ballots. When, after being directed to the ballot paper issuer, the voter will do all the necessary things that he or she is supposed to do, and he or she will have to deposit ballots into the respective ballot boxes, that's the presidential voter moves to the other level, where there is going to be another ballot paper issuer, that is the ballot paper issuer 2, whose responsibility is to ensure that the voter is given the other 2 sets of ballots, that is mayoral or district chairperson ballot and the councillor ballot. The voter will do the same activity again. After having marked the ballot, the responsibility of the voter is to ensure that she casts his ballot. And it is part of the procedures that every ballot must be stamped. Every ballot paper must be stamped with the official stamp, so as observers will have to take notice or be mindful of that every valid ballot that is going to be issued has to be stamped in the top right hand corner of the ballot. After the voter has made the second set of marks on the mayoral district chairperson ballot as well as the councillor ballot, he or she will deposit these ballot papers in the respective ballot boxes. The ballot box controller has further responsibility to ink the voter, the left index finger of the voter, and thereafter we have to ask the voter to politely leave the polling station. So in short, this is the brief. As I've explained, diagram of the process. Now we're going to look at the legal framework for observing elections in Sierra Leone. Sections 137, section 137, section 164 to 167 of the Public Elections Act, Act number 17 of 2002. Under section 164, it gives Ecsl the authority to accredit observers. Section 165 talks about issue of application of institutions applying to observe the electoral process. Section 166 gives authority to the Ecsl to revoke any accreditation that it has given. The rights and obligations of observers are under section 167. Then 137, there is a criminal or a penalty regards any institution that wants to observe elections or that observes elections without accreditation. Generally, when we look at the authority, it talks about the Electoral Commission having authority to accredit election observers. And individuals are not accredited, but institutions, group of institutions. An election observer accredited by the Electoral Commission shall, this is part of the law, provide an accurate assessment of election. So it is not necessary, the Commission wants to appeal to all of us as observers to ensure that we provide accurate assessment of the electoral process. Highlight specific recommendations for the verification of live accuracy of voters' lists and ways that voter registration is improved. This one has been taken verbatim from section 164. So it applies not only for all electoral processes, whether it is registration, exhibition, even polling. Observer institutions should demonstrate support for genuine democratic elections and also contribute significantly to promoting public confidence and calming tensions in the post-election period. So this is an obligation for observer institutions to promote public confidence, calm tensions where they want to arise, and especially during post-elections period. So the issue of mediation, ensuring that that peace prevails. This is what is in law. An accredited observer shall submit a written report to the Electoral Commission on its observation not greater than 3 months. We want to appreciate the contributions made by a good number of observer missions in 2018, but a lot of observer missions did not submit their report. This is a legal mandate, so we want to appeal to all observer organizations. Within 3 months, please submit your recommendations, because the essence of observing the process is for you to take note of proceedings and, where possible, recommend. So we are hoping to have, because on record already accredited over 90 institutions. So we want to have 90 reports from each and every institution, not to just come and observe and go away, but please endeavor, because it is a law. The Electoral Commission, as per Section 165, may, please let us underline the word may. That is, we have the discretion to accredit or not to accredit, or to even invoke an applicant, that is an institution, to observe an election after considering the application, taking into consideration information provided by the institution. For example, the group is expected to promote conditions conducive to free and fair elections, ensure that persons appointed by the applicant, that is the institution, will observe elections impartially and independently of any registered political party or candidate contesting that election. So it is expected that all observer institutions must act independently and impartially from any political actor, whether it's a political party or candidate. Again, they should be competent and professional in observing the said elections. And they will have to subscribe to the code of conduct of observers issued by the Electoral Commission. These are the codes of conduct that we are giving. So at the end of the day, this is going to be by subscribing to it after we have completed the process. Under application, where the Electoral Commission decides to accredit applicants, the Commission shall enter the applicant's name in the register of accredited observers. That's what the law states. Issue the certificate of accreditation in the applicant's name, stating the period and other conditions of accreditation. The Commission has designed a certificate of accreditation. So, before the end of the process, the Commission has to issue out a certificate of accreditation. That one is then CC to sign, which we have completed, done. All the institutions that have requested for accreditation, we have noted their names. The certificate is going to be issued by CEC. Where the Electoral Commission decides not to accredit an applicant, the Commission shall easily inform successful applicants in writing of its decision. Mode of application. We have its additional mode, which a good number of institutions have done, that is sending an application through request by writing to the Ecsl, attaching the names of the persons involved and other details, and one passport size photo. And the district, the application is submitted to the Ecsl headquarters and also at district level from the hours of 9 to 5 p.m. daily. Or some other institutions have used the link which they have used to submit their list of observers. So either way, the Commission accepts. We want to appeal to quickly look at the objective of elections observation. Is to ensure that political parties, observers, whether they're national, international, as well as media, national or international, who wish to witness the conduct of the process to do so at any aspect of the electoral process. That is the main objective. And we have a rationale for that. Through this process of accreditation, political parties, candidates, agents, observers, and media have the right to observe the electoral process. Not only to observe, take note of happenings during the process and report to their respective institutions. The note that is below talks about the issue of the rationale for international best practices. We have various categories of observers. Political parties are observers, though their observation is subjective because they observe so that they can win elections. They observe on behalf of their political entity, but they are observers, political parties or their candidates. For the purpose of this engagement, the electoral observers are either national institutions or international institutions. Even the media also, they are observers. For categories 2 and 3, they observe from the common group. They observe all of us. For category 1, they observe from their political interests. That is the only difference. We have various rights and obligations according to Section 167 of the Public Elections Act 2022. Accredited observers shall, it's a matter of must, entitled to observe. That is the reason why the Commission is giving authority all aspects of the electoral process. They shall also have freedom of movement within and from the areas specified in the certificate of accreditation. They shall also have rights to communicate freely, registered political parties and individual candidates contesting elections, or election officials, government functionaries, media, civil society. They have rights to communicate. Whilst observing an electoral process, the representatives of an accredited observer must wear and visibly and conspicuously display their identification cards at all times. Let us please take note of that. I have this table in front of us. It is supplementary to what I'm talking about. Issue of access to polling and counting centers, issue of observing step-by-step activities at polling and counting processes, signing of the RIF, the reconciliation and result form. If you are an observer, you have the opportunity, or you are at the center where you have this, there is a portion for observers to sign, because signing gives credence to the process. But even if you don't sign, the process is still valid. To obtain a copy or take a photograph of the RIF. Again, as we're talking about the rights, we also have responsibilities. Observers can be ordered to leave the polling station if he or she is not complying with obligations. We expect all observers to comply with guidelines and code of conduct issued by the Ecsl. Act in an impartial and neutral manner while observing polling and counting. Of course, display as I mentioned. Refrain from wearing, exhibiting any sign that associates them with the political party candidate. Take note of this last one. Not interfere with polling and counting in any way, not for touching any material, any electoral material. Are persons allowed to enter polling centers and stations? ECSL staff. We have ECSL staff with valid staff identification assigned by ECSL to do. We have technical advisors with valid identification. Of course, accredited political party agents and candidates, whether political party or independent candidates, accredited national and international observers, accredited members of the media. Security, they are assigned to polling centers, but only upon request by the presiding officer or the center manager or the election coordinator. They are there, but their role is not to rule. They can vote. If we have the security that has registered in that center and happens to be around that center, he or she can vote. But the persons that are allowed in, these are as listed. For the security, they can be called. Section 166 of the Public Elections Act 2022 talks about revocation, where an accredited observer fails to comply to a material extent with any condition of the accreditation, the Electoral Commission may revoke its accreditation after having given reasonable notice of revocation of that observer. The issue of observing elections without accreditation, section 137. Any person representing an institution or the institution itself who serves an election, who observes an election without prior accreditation from the Electoral Commission commits an offense. When we talk about offense in the laws of Sierra Leone, it is a criminal and is liable on conviction to be fined not less than 10,000 euros, not less than, so it is discretionary on the part of the judge, not less than 10,000 euros. This is just the design of the various accreditation cards for national, international, media, of course, for political parties, and for independent candidates. All observers are going to have designed cards in landscape format. For political parties, some are landscape, some are portrait, depending on the distance. This is the card design as per the various districts. For example, political parties that have been given accreditation in Canal are going to have portraits. Agents in Kenema are going to have landscape as listed. For Western area, urban landscape. Because we know a good number of the observers are going to have landscape. But if you are a political party agent with landscape in Western urban, you are not entitled to go to Western rural because their own card is designed to be in portrait format. As per law, this is the register that the law talks about. The organization, various categories, whether you're national, international, media, the head of the organization. So all institutions, either the contact person or the head of the organization. If you are not done so, please submit the name, the contact of that individual, the number of observers, whether you want to deploy 10 observers, 400 observers, 1,000 observers in the area of deployment. You have to get all of this information. It's based on this information, the CC will sign and give the certificate. We did a projection of allocation of accreditation in various categories for political parties. The ECSL will accredit 180,000 political parties or candidate agents, but it is done at district level. National observers, estimated figure is 20,000 at national as well as district level. International observers 1,000. Media, 2,000. So we are talking about over 200,000 sets of accreditations that the Commission will give. For new and EON, we've already given them bulk accreditation. And on record, they are the highest in terms of number of applications. New, they applied for 80,000. EON applied for 4,500. As a matter of information, this is the online portal. If any organization wants to use it, it is user-friendly anyway. I'm sure my bishop will tell you that it is user-friendly. Thank you very much. Let me take this opportunity to inform all us here that the Electoral Commissioner, the host Electoral Commissioner for the Western area is around. As I introduce her, she is the Electoral Commissioner for Western region, and she is the host Electoral Commissioner, and she is Commissioner Zainab Umu. Welcome, my team. We're going to skip the agenda and open remarks will be given by the Commissioner. Thank you very much.
Good morning, everybody. Let me start by, first of all, apologizing for coming late. We had another engagement. My boss is actually on his way here. I believe it's been a fruitful meeting because I joined the program when Albert was doing the presentation. But I want to say welcome to the CSL. This is our new space. This is where we'll be doing everything that has to do with the elections. This is where we're going to do the announcement of results. It's a novelty. We feel the space we have is not enough, it's not convenient, because we have too many people that are actually into election processes, they're now observing elections, and we do not want to, in a way, shrink the space. We want to have as many people as we can on board. So that's the reason why we've moved the elections hall to this venue. So it's called the Freetown International Conference Elections Hall. And the theme for these elections is SAFO elections. So we want, as CSOs, election observers, for all of us to go with this message, because we feel with SAFO elections, we will stay together as a family. We'll come out as a family. We'll complete this process and continue to work together in the interest of Sierra Leone. The election is not about any individual or any political group of people. That will continue to say. It's about the destiny of this nation. It's about the destiny of our children. So it's all in our hands. We have a lot to do, and as civil society organizations group, as observers, we count on your support. We expect you to go out, put out the right information. Whatever we say here, it's not like we have the latitude to get to the last person in Sierra Leone. Yes, but you have your constituents. You have people who believe in you. You have people who definitely take your word as it is and act on it. So we rely on you to use your platforms to put out this message of SAFO elections. It's about voting SAFO. Go vote SAFO. Go like you go SAFO. Sit down like you go and wait for the results SAFO. You will win the elections, celebrate SAFO. You will lost the elections, follow the law SAFO. And after all things, let me come together, join us for make Salone a better place, SAFO. I believe if we do this, we'll definitely succeed, because whoever wins, it's about Sierra Leone. The story will be told that Sierra Leone has won again. We've done this over and over again. So we must come out as a family. Another thing is the presentation verification has been done with respect to your votes. We expect you to be compliant because we do not want to have a situation where you have people posing as observers with some skewed interest, because that will not help, it will not augur well for the peace of our nation. So we want you to come in with good conscience, support the process, report the stories as they are, and at the same time, let's be conscious, because there are sensitive stories that you do not want to put out, because at the end of the day, you'll be held responsible. So weigh the options, whether this is good for Sierra Leone, whether this will keep the peace of Sierra Leone or break the nation. So we count on your support, and we believe together we will make Sierra Leone proud, and together we will succeed. And I am very much confident that come June 24 this year, everything will end in praise. God bless us all. God bless Sierra Leone.
Thank you very much, Commissioner Osei. So, according to the agenda, that is the remarks from the Board of Commissioners. During my presentation, I've already touched on the accreditation processes. So, we are now on Q&A. I told you before 12 we are going to end this engagement. Quick announcement: we have copies of the bulletin manual for political party, independent candidates, agents, and observers. Everyone will have a copy each whilst going out. Institutions that want more will give you if you want to train your staff or personnel. Just contact us and we'll give you the necessary things. So the floor is open for Q&A. Thank you very much. And Commissioner Zainab is going to be she's a board of commission, a part of the board of commission, and she's a policy. Okay.
Good morning, everyone. Okay. My name is Jamie and I'm from the Human Rights Defenders Network Sierra Leone. So it might be totally unrelated, but it's related somehow because I plan to work as an observer, but I did not have a voter ID because my name was not on the list. And I went through all the processes of verification and so on, but my name is not on the list. I only got a slip, and I intend to work as an observer. So what will be the way forward for some of us that has the same issues? Yes, any other person? Yes. Okay. We meant for.
Thank you very much. My question is this. For example, if you are going to monitor on that day, to observe on that day, like within another region or town, I want to know whether you can have access to votes in any area where you are going to observe. For me, I'm going to Ujon on that day. So I want to know whether I have to vote here first before leaving to Ujon or what. Thank you.
And of course, Gambia almost a human right. Not to know these observers, it can look for cover all over the human line, where some areas had to reach area.
Any other thing?
Hi, good morning. My name is Hannah Monandis. I need a clarification. Majority of some of our community people have their slip in their hands without collecting their voter ID card. And when we went to this community to do outreach, they bring it up. My concern that that I have, are they going to vote? But they must have a time. Is that not so? Because we are going back to the community on Saturday, Sunday, up to Wednesday. So for me, I need a clarification that you will hold your vote. Is this time you need to be in that place? So is that okay for them?
We'll answer the question.
Yeah, good morning. I'm Madajis James, Senior Open Radio, Waterloo. I just want to know, because all of us know that you will not, or you're supposed to sign on the ballot paper, but should I want to use a pen, because I'm very much politically sensitive, let's say, I use a ready to give my correct or agreed, would that be valid or not?
Good afternoon. I'm Stephen Elobimomo, the second National President Photographers Union. I want to know whether the police are in control of the police centers, because I experienced something like asking us out of the police center in 2018 at Boys High School. They asked us to leave when it was time for us to witness the counting. I tried to get onto Massacre, but I didn't get in. I want to know whether your staff or the police is in charge of the center. Thank you.
Thank you very much. My name is Mohammed Khan, Executive Director of Information for All, member of the Cabinet Network. My question here is, I didn't hear you mention if there is a provision for passes for those that will be using vehicles, or it's not allowed. Please clarify. Thank you.
I didn't get that. Please.
I'm saying if there are a provision for vehicular movement, if somebody uses vehicle, there will be a passive for that. Thank you.
So we'll take this first set of questions and we'll have a second round. So, okay. On the first one, attestation, you already have the slip. That is basically the attestation. It's the document that you use to vote. So it's acceptable. And furthermore, the commission is working on printing ID cards for those who were issued attestations when they actually went to collect their voter ID card. So you're going to receive another ID card, maybe few days to the elections or the day of the elections, your voter ID. So you have to present your attestation to the Director of External Relations and he will take you through the process. Now on the observation, maybe we need to be able to draw a fine line between monitoring and observation. For those of you who are not working for the Electoral Commission, you are all observers, including the media. You are observers. What is the role of an observer? I believe that has been explained by the Director of External Relations. But primarily, you do not have the power to give directives. You do not have the power to interfere with the process, as opposed to monitors. Monitors are staff from the institution, commissioners and others who are working with the ECSL. Because they already know the processes, procedures and the like, they are at liberty to give directives to the staff. The party agents are observers. That is the reason why they do not call the shots in any of the polling stations or centers across the country, because it's definitely going to be chaotic. So the head of the center, now, where the elections are conducted, it's actually managed by the staff. But the entire area is controlled by the security. So the security has their role to play. If they feel whatever you're about to do will definitely affect or create problems, they will definitely advise that X, Y, and Z be done to prevent this. So for security, it's actually in the hands of the security sector. The management of the process is in the hands of the staff. So it's like we are partners, we're working together just to ensure that we have a smooth sail. Transfer of votes. Now, we have a very complex situation now, so the decision of the commission is that all observers are advised to vote before coming out to observe the process. Because we have too many observers, too many people moving all over the place, so we do not want to have a Pandora's box. And at the end of the day, we'll have a situation where centers there will be some amount of cancellation because of overvoting. So we do not want to disenfranchise people. So we're very much careful. That's the reason why we say the only people who will be allowed to vote, at the last stations are security personnel. Observers, please vote before moving to your area of operations or deployment. Because it would have been best if you had done this before we completed the voter register and submitted this list to political parties. Another thing is voters without ID card. We continue to say this, that this is the first time that the commission is making this public, because it has always been in the law. The law does not say you must produce a voter ID card for you to be allowed to vote. As long as your name is on the register and you are able to prove beyond all reasonable doubt that that is your name, you will be allowed to vote. It's clear? So once you name them at the register, before now they say pass you go take police clearance. You know them at the law. You know them at the law. All you need to do is to present yourself. Come to the polling station. That's the reason why we did not release the full data to political parties. Because we know some people may have lost their ID cards. So they walk to the station and some did not collect their ID cards. Some will fly maybe a day to the elections. But we have these questions that we consider to be security questions. The name of your daddy, the name of your mommy, your address, your date of birth. They are all tests that we want to just be sure that this is the person, and he or she is entitled to vote. Because similarities, we have that in Zero. Some people that they will see him, but they just say, twin. So person can go post say, na me this, or not to him. So just present yourself on elections day, with or without your ID card, the station where you actually registered. And if you're able to go through the test, you will definitely be allowed to vote. But on another note, that process commences at 3. So do not go to the station in the morning, because we'll have long queues of people and yours takes time. So we advise you come to the station at 3 so you'll be processed and be allowed to vote. As at that time, the crowd would have reduced. Another thing on valid votes, that is not them. Okay, what the pen, right? The color of the pen. We're going to have a pen in the booth. So just use the pen and tick whatever you want to tick. But it is not in the law with respect to the color of the pen. So I wouldn't say using a red ink or a blue or black ink pen will annul the votes. It is still valid as long as you make a mark in the space provided. Yeah, so do not sign. We do not want to see your signature. All you need to do is to make a mark. It's either you use your thumbprint or you just tick, or maybe just do X in the box provided, in the space provided. Another thing is the change of people pass. From the onset, it is the view of my boss, the CEC, that elections must be conducted in a normal atmosphere. People should be still going about their normal businesses. So for those who will be going to the market, they should be allowed to do their business. That is the view of the commission. But for you to access our centers, on the street you have liberty to move around, except if the security says otherwise. But on the part of the ECSL, accessing our centers calls for accreditation and vigilant passes. Because we do not want to have a situation where so many people will make their way to the centers, at the end of the day, will not be able to manage the situation. So you need to be accredited for you to access the centers. So this is our center now. For letting you carry fire, you get to get accreditation if you vehicle the carry fire. If you park at junction, don't abadi, you not get your accreditation, not a problem, because not to the center. That is outside the center. But inside beyond boundary day, for coming inside day, you need the vehicular pass. So that you apply for it, you send your request to the external relations department, and they will manage that. Somebody asked a question about. Okay, I think I've addressed that. The staff. The ECSL staff now in the control anything we're going to do is the election inside the polling station. Security, they manage the entire space. But if you don't realize that if you take this picture here, or you do this thing, it will create problem. Take the advice. We understand. So now make me say accredited observers, they say that register. So you can decide for sign. You can decide for snap, right? I agree with the presentation. But where I'm going to talk, I made one point clear. Don't come now, you say you can represent Salon, because as observers, you get from being independent. But you come with an ulterior motive, because that is another issue altogether. If you get an ulterior motive, then it's going to be a problem on elections day. Because when political party go they say this, as an observer, you say go there for the backup. Yeah, we for snap. Why you not for snap? I don't need to go to the begin. So by all means, the results will be pasted on the wall. So after the counting, anybody can go watch and you can snap after. But for say when they come, where they don't sign on, you can't see my back. They can come back for get the thing and go. But when they don't paste them at the wall, you can snap them. Now then the journalist they say. Well, Dynamic has started at 2018, now at 2023. 2023, staff election, every accredited observer will get the opportunity for witness the counting. Another thing that is equally so, I remember Albert mentioned, say, if observers go against the code of conduct, you'll be asked out of the center. So now we get that day in mind, including party agents. Neither do not ask for one party agent. If one day is male, will they call for them in place, the other person can't sign. So by no means, we'll get a situation where not just one person who did it. So we get to also understand, say, we get code of conduct. When we don't know, we can take the picture and do. Because we start accepting for security, left the center, care and go, who signed the book and go for long way for the need. Thank you very much. The next round of questions. Yes.
Yeah, I'm Massa. I'm Massa Hotels. We need more clarification in the area of you casting your vote where you do not register. Recently, some of us registered here in Twitter, but we'll be traveling into the process to monitor or to observe the election. In previous elections, you are allowed to vote for the president, but you will not be allowed to vote for any other candidate. Here now, I think Madam Commissioner just said, you vote where you register before you enter. I cannot be in Bo, I cannot vote in Freetown, and on the same day travel to go to monitor the election. That would really no time for me. So I need no clarification on this. Good morning. A few questions quickly. Similar to the last one. If the observer has to go vote when he registered or coming to whatever center he decides to, he will not be there for the opening of the polls. And the observer needs to be there to see what's going on in the opening. So how can that be reconciled? Observers, now the accreditation that is really portrayed in the landscape form. Okay? And so, for instance, we also have in that setting, chapters across the country. Do they need to submit the application there, or will it be sent early as we've been doing? And then they will now issue the landscape and portrait as of where they are assigned. Fourthly, when using the online approach for the submission things, it gets to a place, I know if I'm getting into someone when he's been challenged to follow on. It gets to a place where you submit and it does not go beyond that. It's why I mentioned before. So then we need to be kind of animated, illustration as to how you go beyond that place. Because having to get to human beings really so much work can be challenging. I hope I'm clear with the question.
Thank you. Good morning. I'm Asara from the Judicial Officer. So just to follow up with the question on the accreditation. In your slide, I saw the sample you showed. It shows international observer. That's the sample you showed. And then in what we've applied for, we have specific district accreditation. So how is that going to pan out? Because the question is, we don't want to go to a center, we want our observers to go to a center. And then we have the confusion where someone will be having an international observer inscribed, and then you have another having international observer and then a district inscribed. I don't know how we will handle that one. And then we have observers that will be observing, I think I mentioned one or two people beyond the district. So we have teams that will be going, for example, Kenema and Kaila, someone will be going to go and join at the same time. So we're going to manage that to make sure they have free access.
Yes, good morning, ma'am. My name is Ibrahim Hashim. I work for Sierra Leone. So I just need a clarification on a very contentious issue. So, accredited media observers, they give you the opportunity to publish provisional results.
My question is this, but before I ask the question, I want to put for the Madam Commissioner. A popular election that is ready to protect the political sovereignty of the citizen must be the will of that political, and that election must be corresponded to three components: the international community, the citizens, and also political party membership. I represent of Salon. My question is Mr. Masako, all what you have analyzed through the Constitution is just, and it's like you're just trying to protect the neck. How would we, the observer that we are going out to observe the election, if the Electoral Commission has tasked, we are misbehaving, what will be done to them? What fine are they going to them to? Secondly, what have you done to educate the voters on the PR system? What have you done to educate the voters on the PR, the proportional representation system that should have brought in this nation?
Thank you. That we'll continue with the next round of questions. My boss is around, the Chief Electoral Commissioner, Chairman of the Electoral Commission for Sierra Leone, and the Vice Chair of Electoral, Mr.
Okay, well, continue, but would like to answer the question. I want to answer this one, and Albert will answer the others that has to do with the accreditation. Okay. Now, on the part of the PR sensitization, you represent what organization? Observe Sierra Leone. So maybe the question, let me send the question back to you. What have you done as Observe Sierra Leone, civil society organization? What have you done to sensitize your constituents about the PR process? So collective effort is the watchword. So you see, why people say where observer misbehave now we send out the product. I'm not for you that from this moment, I asked you a question. So if you have evidence, it's for you to tell it and explain it in a decent manner. So we have to be respectful. No, please, let me learn. Please. We have to be respectful and at the same time be responsible as citizens of this country. Civil society organizations equally have a role to play in the process. It's not just about watching the elections. It's also about, please.
Who let her outside? Not observer, these are politicians.
This is good.
Not observer, he's a politician.
This is good.
A politician, he's not an observer.
We're live on TV, so leave it. This is good. So these are the problems we face, as a commission, trying to put out the right information and getting people to understand what we do. But we already have perceptions around our role. So it's a simple question, and the answer is collectively we can get our people educated on the PR process. We have done a lot. We've put out some educational materials. We've had series of engagements sponsored by the government of Sierra Leone and our international partners. We have CSOs that we've empowered, over 30 CSOs that we've empowered to go out there and educate the public, because we know we can't do it alone. It's a collective effort. Election not only face the day, or we must face the day. The politicians that are face get for the day. Now they get the responsibility for even get the voters to understand the process. It is our constitutional role to do this. But who that they get the vote at the end of the day? Now the politicians. So that's the reason why we have this long period to do campaigns. It is not just about singing, it's about blaming people, about saying all sorts of things. It's also an opportunity to do voter education. So it's a collective effort. Voter education is a national thing. And I must say we have done a lot. We're not yet there, but we're satisfied with what we have done so far. And we know that the results will speak to that. Because the valid votes will be way higher than the void votes in these elections. Because it's not like it's different from what we have done in the past. It's just the same thing. The difference is for presidential, parliamentary, presidential, mayoral, and district council chairperson, you will see the faces of the candidates. For parliamentary and councillorship elections, you only see the parties. So it's not like the voting pattern is different. It's just the same thing. And people will be voting on issues. Another thing is, you said, what if our ECS staff misbehaves? They do not report to you. They report to the commission. As an observer, that's the reason why you must have a notebook to take note of some of the anomalies. Go back to your institution, report to them,
Present your report to us with the names, I will address it, but you do not have any authority over our staff. They report to us, and I did say that your role is to observe, take notes, and not to monitor our staff. Thank you. Albert.
Yes, let me touch on the issue of portraits and landscape accreditation cards. Portraits and landscape accreditation cards is for political parties and districts. All observers, national, international, media, whether in Freetown or districts, they are landscape. So it does.
Attention, attention. Are you hungry for the latest insights on politics and good governance issues from the motherland, Sierra Leone? Look no further than Talking Points, your go-to platform for engaging discussions. Subscribe today and let your voice surge. Talking Points is where smart minds come alive. Subscribe now.
Will not go to other districts, neighboring districts. Basically, that's the essence of information directive. I understand and concern raised by the Bishop. It's about the water. This is innovation, and it is the wish of the CC to encourage not only political parties, because even innovation, we did it using the online platform, even for accreditation. We want to say very big thank you to organizations that endeavor to use the platform, but we still have organizations that are not. Let it be a learning process. It is simple, it is user-friendly, but because the people of us, we don't want to use it. That's the reason why the Commission is still using the clerical, the manual aspect of using, so you can apply both. If you try the first one, don't write, go to the second one. But we still want to encourage institutions to use the online platform. It makes it easy because you can have all of the details. But if you are doing it manually, get that all info to them, write them, give them, bring a kind of office to help you out.
Take the last round. I have two hands here. There's one there. Philip, start here. Okay. Oh, your question, deployment. Okay. I think we've made our point on that. We do not want to belabor the point. Both whose side you register. We don't want a situation where they can end up for saying, this vote will not cancel out because of overvoting. You don't want that thing. No, we think about the people, the ordinary people. We don't come out to their hosts. And not to let you get to be able to ascertain the spread of observers. Now when observers they move with drivers. You move with security. All the people that they will get for end up say, okay, let them have vote here. The embassies don't reach out to me. We don't say no. We don't say no to that lady. Let all my vote who say register. Me advice to you, register and at the station. Vote quickly, simple one. Drive outside the vote. The rich people vote.
The concern we are getting for the accreditation. Last week Thursday, we did a meeting. Haven't said they don't give people the accreditation. So if you determine how to be seen, people will forget accreditation about so one for no. You want a manual again, but me get for take time and I go up and mountain area. And me not going for one. So I don't forget accreditation because that's what the question we pose where. But so one we need the clarification.
Hello, we address this one. I won't say that lady small. I say for enter with center. Comply na the route, we not say that day. Because after you say, what's that for top? Me boss, when take up office. Now 3 things he promised this country. And one among them 3 things they do now, when they conduct election, people forget about the normal business. I remember I said that day, right? Fine. After that, they now say, for enter we own center. Now we get for realize the politicians get for the coordinate team and whatever. If they want to enter, come beyond that we own code of tape, You get forget the park for let the people enter. You when they use you buy the park outside. You go inside with your accreditation, you monitor and go back and you host. But we not say for apply the rules. I make example and say inside. You when they work at Domian, I will not get control by you, but you don't say an center. For then kaya so inside, you forget the pass for them inside. Now that's what we say. We don't clear now.
In other words, you don't need vehicle pass. If you want to enter the premises with your vehicle, you get pass. But if you come inside as the motorman, why you want to count inside the premises? You don't need vehicle pass. In 2018, all sides have been shut down. But this time around, if you want to enter the premises, that is the underlying word, the premises.
When our advice, now we take, because they don't pass 12, we want 4. We just take the questions, and from this time we cancel. So we start here and go so. When we come also, we go so back. So now we just take the questions, and then we just go direct, please. We want to end this meeting not later than 12:30, please.
All right. For people, I'm in really strong to go. Like for the areas in Mobi, Koba and Calabar districts are one of the most hard to reach areas there. And I want to ask this question and direct it for the staffs them on that particular day. Because on Mako work at the center, we know today they register. It can write for votes for the public staffs with the work.
My name is Albert Joby, I'm the political assistant at the US Embassy. What I want clarification on is in relation to the Gender Empowerment Act of 2022. This act is advocating for gender imbalance and to ensure at least that women get their 30% representation in elected offices. What I want to know from the ECSL is that I understand that they're supposed to work with political parties to ensure that women get this 30% representation in elected offices. Could you elaborate a bit on how you're trying to achieve this goal? Thank you.
I am admin to the Joe Smith. I work for IRI. Just to say thank you to all the presentations that we acknowledge that ECS have really done well. We have been supported them. I'm proud to say that. And we encourage others to continue to do so. I want to ask about the vulnerable groups. I haven't heard anything about the aged, disabled, physically challenged. What's the process for them to cast their votes? Because they are also very important. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Fatih. I'm a Evolution Contact from Freedom Radio. Well, my first question is, what makes an institution eligible for accreditation? And secondly, would there be safety kits provided for journalists?
Supposed to be finally when we are allowed to make recommendations. But the first two, the one we promote 72 hours after the close of polls, and another one we call interim report comes not with our recommendations, but with what our observers have been able to tell us. Does that still stand, or do we just wait for the interim report to give the final report?
Abu Kamal from Carolina. I'm observer in terms of voting. I'm very right to go vote for my party line.
In terms of voting, maybe you need a long queue, whether to bypass that go because of time.
I go by this time.
Yes, you want to ask as observer. Concerning the function of originality.
Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense. As observer, of course, because you want
Thank you very much. My boss will definitely speak to you before we leave. So anything I left me hesitate, you can't. The support to people with disability. These elections, everybody, service inclusivity. When the boss take up office, we just get a gender unit at the office. He said, no, let's change them to electoral inclusion department. What do you mean? People with disability, we also look at women, we also address youth concerns. As we speak, we team them upright, they don't move down the 16 districts. We even get engagement with albinos, women, aged, the people that want people with disability, we're not even for workers, the blind. So everybody, we cater for everybody. When we at the plants where we get, we try for build plants for people with disability, for them to access the centers. They don't go there all over. But Nayana want to self sign. Sometimes in adulting road, you just need for lay one road. If you are there, so you see community involvement, just help we lay the boat. Because we're not going to put on side the money where they know. On the blind people then, tactile ballot training, we don't do them. And we continue for together engagement. We make sure that we go through the structures when they're not created in the country. Even the wounded, they are also involved because we know that some of them don't get armed. So when they go vote, I you get for increment. You get for explain to them so they're not going to be embarrassed on that day. They're not even going to say, oh, whether they can this is why make me. We all put it on the same page. So everybody is on board. The gender quota, we've gone past that, my brother. Nominations, the way we do, it's in the law. 58.2 is clear. For every nomination, Public Elections Act, there must be a woman. And that will be enforced to the letter. When political parties do nominations, they want for full win. Then they put Albert Massacoy. Then they put gender, female. They put in ID card. We go through the document after they don't submit. We realize that some of the spaces where they go create for women, they put man in it. We write them back, they don't correct them. So as we speak, we have a little over 30% women on the list. So we're slowly getting there. It's not going to be perfect because this is not the law, but for now we are above 30%. And every political party, we ensure that every political party comply with the law. The other thing we're going to do with the announcement of results. The only institution established by law to announce results is the Electoral Commission for Sierra Leone. You go see results where they not display na center. As journalists, you go say, okay, I don't see this one. I know we get that training with the media people, we get this dialogue. For take them through, what do we expect from them? I don't see this one at the center, now this at the center, this of this. One thing we advise in that training, no announce that in the morning. You announce an net. You announce on the next day. You know what they happen? That day, one man within the school will attest to that day. Say, all man they get go election no. It just the right. All man they just see with the talent results. So the confusion I had in the start. Because if you continue see the announcer, people they feel say that this party now they lead, then the results come and say otherwise it's going to be chaotic. Because the sole responsibility for the announcement of the results squarely lies on the shoulder of the national returning officer, not even me. Not even me, none of the commissioners got the power. That the national returning officer get the power to do that. So tallying is another thing. So just announce the results. I mean, we say it will be pasted at the center. Report on that, I don't see this and move on. But we continue for the year now, so they see now any problem they begin. On the other one, we get to do is the apology. That day, we expect women, say, as citizens of this country, just like we just say, people for being respectful and responsible, we expect say, people come from within. Because when you demand them, and not mean them, and then they say, act now, but as you know, it's in your hands. So now, young person, we expect that day from them. Because this is a very big gathering. We get people with big pass way for born with I am. So we get from now for conduct research. On the other issues we get for do with the accreditations, Albert.
Thank you very much, Commissioner. Let's start with eligibility. For make your organization eligible, firstly, you will be a legal entity. You will be a registered organization in Sierra Leone or internationally. That's the first basis. It depends which type of registration, but for be a legal entity, whether an NGO, an CBU, and all of such. Moving forward, you will be engaged in governance, elections, human rights issues. Because if you're not engaged in anything, say, which they can do by elections, basically. You will be engaged in governance, human rights, governance, elections, democracy. These are because it's part of your portfolio. Again, if you show interest, and say, I want to be part of the process. For international partners, we get other channels through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, through Notes Babal and Communication. If our media, through the Ministry of Information and Communication, and they still reach out to us. That is also part of the level. Then also the issue of other eligibility. Basically, as an organization, you get to show some partnership. Most of the organizations here, we are being partners. We work together. So it's easy. We know all the one the way they go. But if you are not in any electoral process, it makes it difficult. We may have to go, but it is open to every legal entity. Now, on the issue of report, I make mention, Reverend Abu from the 90s, they don't do elections. So when you talk, I just smile. The law makes provision for the final report with interest. Because the law says, advise me, give us a recommendation. And so the law says, it is still best practice. It is your responsibility as an organization to have your preliminary reports, weekly reports, daily reports, fine. But for us, all of your weekly daily reports, that final one, it helps. Because in 2018, the reports that we got from the EOMs, if we are talking about all of these reforms, electoral reforms, that's a result of EOM reports, that is what really is important. But we still want to encourage institutions, preliminary report, post-preliminary report, long-term, short-term, quiet, but the one within the law, not later than 3 months. Please give us that report as an recommendation. Thank you.
Thank you very much. On that note, we'll now listen to the Chief Electoral Commissioner, Chairman and National Returning Officer of the Electoral Commission for Sierra Leone, Mr. Mohamed Kenewi Kone. Over to you.
Let me stand here so I will see everybody. Everybody will see me. Good morning, or good day. Very much happy for just two reasons. For times we are living and say the Electoral Commission, the Chief Electoral Commissioners and other commissioners will not resign. Will not resign. We conduct these elections. As a matter of fact, the election will start. As we talk presidential election, they go right now for the early voters.
And I'm happy for reports saying we get party representative then and then all the centers the whole day. So election was that. And they encourage political parties or let them continue for campaign until the last day and let them go participate for on the polling. That's the only way this country will be going. We know who best, but ensure that we bring everybody on board, or give out messages, and we'll continue to do that, for bring everybody on board. We only have that we get for being honest, really go on today. The security, they're part of it, the security, they're not a part of this vote where they go on. Not only the one that way they go make and they vote today. So that is not correct, yeah. I've been saying we forget press conference today, but we don't defer that. We will communicate the date and time latest by tomorrow. We will address the public on the status and the updates on how far we are prepared for the elections. Thank you so much.
That will be communicated. So on that note, I want to say thank you to you all for coming, for taking time out of your busy schedule. And we look forward to a fruitful partnership, one that is geared towards uniting Sierra, one that is geared towards marketing Sierra, one that is geared towards sample elections. God bless us all.
Yeah, thank you, everybody. We just done the press conference. Presently, we Ecsl and the call.
Invited media houses and those from the committees. Please, we have a short meeting at the back there.
We now Bentimani presently, as we don't get a statement from the regional commissioner and the national electoral commissioner. A lot of things them discussed on this particular press conference with the Ecsl called today na Bentimani, as they don't officially don't tell we say. Officially on this particular place we at the sea, they get forbidden for the 2023 election, general elections, and yeah, they get for call results, now yeah, they get for do everything on June 24 after people don't cast their vote at different senses. And a lot of things, some of the things them we then outline on this thing where plenty of observers and journalists ask some of those questions. Now that if me now an observer and the institution where I work for send me na vote for vote. If I get it right for vote na vote, they say no, you don't get it right for vote because they want for avoid thing where people they say this now over voting, they want for avoid some of those things again. So you as observer, the institution where they work for, you go talk to the institution, the south side you register, and then you get for vote. Another thing again where they outline again, they're showing something at the screen where the accreditation gets for day. Accreditation for political parties.
Where ambassador?
Yeah, sorry for that short one. The accreditation for political parties, yeah, that particular accreditation gets for day in different forms. Accreditations for different political parties, then, like if different districts then get the different format of the accreditations that we then get for the way Bo gets a different format. Kenema gets a different format. McKinney gets a different format. Karine therefore gets a different format. But the one for the journalists them get for being as one. Another thing again when I outline here is this. Observers and media person that will just go observe the process, not get any right for obstruct anything where they go on na the center. And finally, where the Chief Electoral Commissioner start in statement, they talk and say, in commissioners them not they resign and they conduct this election in a peace and for them to get a better salon. As the 2023 election team, a SAFU election. And we won't forget SAFU election. 5 o'clock in the morning, you grab SAFU, you go now the polling center, SAFU, you go to the line, SAFU, you go inside SAFU, you cast your vote SAFU, and you go sit down and you go SAFU.
Attention. Are you hungry for the latest insights on politics and good governance issues from the motherland, Sierra Leone? Look no further than Talking Points, your go-to platform for engaging discussions. Subscribe today and let your voice surge. Talking Points is where smart minds come alive. Subscribe now.
Very peaceful manner. Thank you all. This is Unity Broadcasting. This is Young King Alfred. Now continue for following. We continue for doing our bit as our things there. Thank you.
You know, guys, Ibrahim, today is June 14th, 2023. Listen, I'm going to share this video with you guys, and I want you guys to listen to this. This Baba always sit on our land where they call people in for protest, and then this audio surface, and I want to share with you now.
No election will take place now. Now we the vote, we now select the right thing done. Okay, we don't agree. So if like 1-2 months left or the highest limit, we not get problem back. Una say nothing. By force, una want by force to power. We not say they go die. They'll go there back. That means now we fairly die for ourselves. I not say if I go here that they die. We not Jesus Christ. No, Jesus Christ, I think there is the way I go. Because now we know say it sure say they go heaven, I make it go. Jesus Christ is sure. And no say that God the work in the padu. Then sure say we die they go heaven. Now like he goes to take that pain though. If it have been not say like how they so after when I gamble, I don't know if they go heaven or they go hell. And they go suffer for no.
And the thing is this. First of all, I must make it very clear. It is sad that anybody for call for protest or even ask for protest or even go and protest for letting lost in life. Enough for bitter with it, right? We would in this part of the world, we understand. Definitely people have a right to protest, and we see every now and again, and they protest. So we listen to this audio where they tell people and say they for go protest, where say the people are not protected by the nation, and the people they are susceptible to getting killed by this government of President Bill is aware of this to the point where himself no say if I go to salon I go die. But it is okay to ask the people of Sierra Leone to go out and go protest when he knows that this government is reckless and they would kill our young brothers and sisters. We get a lot of future ahead of them. So this young man knows that people will die if they come out to protest, but they go there for go lead them for go protest this protest. Because he knows that if he goes, they go kill him. And then the people that where they protest, they go kill them. Again, nobody never lost their life because then they protest. But we know say that is the reality right now in the country. Because the people that are supposed to protect politicians in the opposition and stuff, civil society organizations them, that should protect citizens, they stand with the citizens them. So go kill the people them. So for all the people where they support this Bobona Holland, we're sticking Botianda, they call them for protest. Well, now listen to this. How you go for go die for somebody we're not ready for die? But you want to go die for her. I know there are millions of people in Sierra Leone ready for die for me without anything. But no, I'm not going to jeopardize their life because I know say if they go die, let we all go die. So what's I go do if I call that protest the world for go there inside it? You see, guys, we have to be honest with ourselves. Whatever we do, we have to be very, very honest with ourselves. You see, I'm not going to jeopardize the lives of people. Again, like I say, we have a right to protest. But if we don't see the content, I can give you a classic example. December 1, 2020, there was a protest where Comrade Koita Bidena Freeton, where we organized. We support Comrade Koita that attended. December 1, we all know one protest. Aja was one of the leaders, them where they go the whole and a Ross Road police station, then beat him not to come on. Lock him up. God make Aja get sober family. At the time, we not be know. Say they arrest Aja and other people and we come out for protest peacefully and get them placard and they banner them. For say, we want freedom of speech in the country because that was the whole protest. They said freedom of speech, letting get right for protest, simple stuff like that. They manhandle them. God make Aja come out of that alive. So after that, Andy, with that incident, where Aja get in touch with, we finally waited to this day. We talk to Aja, depend them where Aja get. I don't wish on anybody. Today, Aja not even for using left hand for hold any bucket or anything way heavy. I don't forget my left or right hand. But one hand they will not get, not able for use because they beat her with Koboko on that hand. Now, Ross Road police station, I didn't do, and they call the guy Echo. So some people, and these are the things, so they say, so after that day, we decide, say, you know what, Comrade Kashi, if we're not going to be in the protest, let's not call protest again. If somebody wants to organize a protest, especially coming from the APC party, then we go call for that. We go support the protest because now APC as a political party in the opposition, when a legitimate institution call for the protest. But now when I don't see for ourselves exactly what it is like, if you I send you for go let you go die, where I know